I have to mute the stream. Sorry.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Everyone does that, man. Like it's gonna be
Yeah, I can
fine.
hear you now.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Let me just make sure all the volume stuff is all set and we're good to go, and then I'll start the recording for you. It's nice to be able to back all this stuff up and get it all separated for you guys. I just noticed that my webcam is bugging me. I wonder what causes that delay. It must be because I'm like a 1080 video now. Probably just bring it down to 720 and just say whatever. Um, but yeah, would you like to introduce yourself?
Um. Yeah. So, hey, my name's Viorel. Uh, I'm from Romania. I've only started in the industry like 5 months ago. I'm so excited. Everything is new, fresh. I'm doing a lot of work. I wish I would be in the Discord like that much as I was before I was in the industry, but like I just can't find time really that much lately. Like I've been spending with probably just working too much. I guess in a good way, right?
Yeah, it's the nature. It's the nature of the battle.
I think so. Yeah. Um. Yeah. That's me. That's pretty much me. Yeah.
Did,
That's
did you
me.
say you go to school for this, or does like?
I've been uni for 3 years, and then I've also because I wasn't ready when I came out. I worked on this like also on the side while I was having like some other job.
Oh man,
Yeah.
dude, crazy. Yeah, Ben just in chat. He's like he loves your London accent.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been in London for like in the UK for like 7 years now, something like that.
Wait, 7 years? So that just like
Yeah.
happened over 7 years?
Yeah, pretty much something
Man,
like
I'm
that.
gonna have to be careful when I go.
Yeah. Nah, don't worry. It's fine, man. Don't worry.
uh, so okay, so you've got a gun on your portfolio.
I
In
do
it, in
because
it,
I
bro.
wanted to. Yeah. I didn't want to specifically be like a gun artist, but that one I was practicing my hard surface and sub D modeling.
Right.
So I thought like that needed a little bit more polish in to get better with like my sci-fi sort of scene because there was a lot of that in there as well. So I thought that would be like a really good exercise to nail down the techniques and everything.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just kind of going through this. How old is this? This one's 8 months old. So you've been trimming stuff away as you've gone.
The thing is, well, I've posted them in the actual way I've completed them, but I've posted them all at the same time because I was working on like I was jumping back and forth between all the pieces. I just couldn't finish one and then go to the other because it wasn't finished, right? I mean, I always thought maybe I don't see some of the things at that moment or at that point, so I just let it there for a while and then started something else.
Right.
And yeah, I've been actually working on all of these for like the course of like a 3 year sort of time frame. I can't say exactly how long each of the pieces were. Like I would say, probably around 1 year tops with everything presentation wise from scratch to completion. Yeah.
Dude, it sounds like there's a battle happening on the apartment above me. If you hear anything.
No, that's cool.
Okay, so just kind of playing the video of the sci-fi scene. It's
On
pretty
this one,
cool.
is actually like I've just recycled. This one is actually came after the other sci-fi piece because I've just
Hmm.
recycled the parts from there and created like a hallway because I thought, well,
Oh,
everyone's got a sci-fi hallway, so I might as well just reuse the pieces in a different way and see if I can come up with something nice and unique, right?
right. Okay, so if I go down,
Because this I put it in a different. It's the other. Yeah, I put it
yeah,
in a
I mean
different
this looks pretty cool though.
thumbnail. Oh, thank you, man. That's so nice coming from you as well because I've been so excited. Like I waited so long for this. I've actually like I think um registered for like a review before I was getting into the industry because I thought like, okay, there's
that's
definitely something I need to be working on. So I'm
that's so
definitely getting,
common, dude.
yeah,
That's why I turned the portfolios up to like every 3 weeks now instead of every four, just to try and speed it up.
it's still cool, man. I mean, you're doing an amazing job, and I wish I would found the community a lot earlier than this because at the moment when I actually found it, I was already kind of done with everything. And I was like, oh my god, if only I found out a little bit earlier, maybe it didn't take me that long, or like didn't, I don't know, maybe it would have speeded up a little bit more. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's just
sure.
I mean having community around to be able to
Helps
react,
a lot.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can get that feedback and oh man, yeah, that's I mean that's one of the reasons that I really like what the Empire has become is it's just um something that I wish was there when I was getting into this stuff. Let's see here. I'm going through your other the sci-fi
Yeah, so
lab.
this one actually came before the hallway, because on the hallway I've just
Right.
reused from there, bits from here, yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. So these are the same assets just kind of rearranged in another way.
Exactly, just put it in a hallway sort of, yeah, thing. It didn't do anything, yeah, special, just reorganize it.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I think when it comes to when I'm looking at this stuff, I'm curious in the albedo, like how dark some of these elements are.
Yeah, I think it's, I mean, obviously all these shots are a bit like post-processed because I've
Oh,
done
here we
After
go.
Effects in Photoshop. Yeah, I've done like a breakdown sort of thing
Yeah,
as well.
dude, these are so I there's something about like when I'm like, "Oh, why does that look like that?" If you have this available, it makes it so much easier to understand what's happening.
I thought so because maybe people, yeah, want to see that, or like, yeah, there's people hiring looking for some of the stuff like that. So I wasn't sure. I thought, yeah, it's good to have it in there.
Right? Cuz like if you go, let's say if you're in the albedo and you look at the colors like anything that's metal, right, should be pretty bright
Right,
value wise. And then anything that's painted, it should be the color of the paint. Um and so like
right.
these elements here feel really dark to me. Um and then the
Yeah,
bottom piece here is quite dark as well. And this one's probably not
right.
PBR safe.
Accurate. Yeah,
But
yeah. I
then
see
if
what
you
you mean.
go into your where is it the roughness pass, like this is that opportunity to like get the differences in the breakup, and everything is pretty similar. So it just
Okay.
misses out on a lot of the abilities of like what PBR gives you. And then this explain when you look at the lighting pass, this will explain a lot of like is there a yeah, detail lighting. So detail lighting will show you your roughness values in combination with the lighting and the normal maps as well. So you can see in your shadows are really dark. So there's literally no like bounce lighting happening to fill these dark shadows. And
Right.
those are the things that'll really like uh, cause a piece to look more 3D than real. Because when people start going, is that real or is that like it's because they can't find anything that throws it off.
Yeah, yeah. I see exactly what you mean.
This is good
Yeah, I
though
think
that you show this.
some of the reasons, like I think it's lit like that is because I wanted to like sort of focus only on like key areas of the environment because I've actually
Mm,
treated it like a normal level from a game sort of thing. So it
right.
didn't, yeah, I didn't want to like over exaggerate all the lighting and have everything lit up specifically. So
Yeah,
I
if
thought maybe
everything's
create like
visible.
some, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean it is cool. The overall end result is quite strong. But yeah,
Well,
it's
you know it's cool when you
those
start hating it, right?
what's up?
Because at least you really like at the end of it, I was like so destroyed, like so tired and everything. I didn't want to see it, man. Like trust me,
Yeah.
like I was just
And then
looking over.
somehow you use the same kit and redid another scene with it.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, nah, I just can't let you go that easily because
Yeah.
I've like struggled to get it that far. So it's like, nah.
Yeah. Dude, that's
Yeah,
so funny. Yeah, see this railing feels really dark to me. And I'm trying to let me see what the
it's supposed to be like metal though, but yeah.
yeah, that's interesting. So okay. So like value wise, you can see in the albedo here, the side brackets are
Hmm.
pretty dark, but then the bars themselves are quite light. But in the lighting, they're almost the same, which shows like how bright you usually have to make like metal materials in the albedo range for it to be like accurate to a specific metal. And all metals have like different values and when they become dielectric and have color in them and whatnot. But
Yeah, because like pure metals tend to be more reflective than painted metals and
mhm.
stuff like that, right?
Yeah, and those are all things that like it's not fun to try and remember, but like
It's actually not
over
like it was a
time
bit
you
of a
just get
struggle.
used to it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why those charts are so nice. Dude, this Moroccan courtyard though. This feels like I'm in some Call of Duty moment. Like
Oh,
it looks
that's flattering, man. Come on.
like it looks all pristine and it's about to get ripped up to shreds, like
Yeah.
with all the shooting and the bullet holes and the destruction. Oh man.
I was actually thinking of Battlefield when I was doing this. I
Yeah.
think there's like a similar scene in Battlefield 3 or something. Yeah, like they've
I
got
mean,
like
it
a
might be
whole
Battlefield that I'm thinking of. They all kind of blend together, right?
that style sort of.
So in this one, so this one's 7 months old, which is what? That's like. Oh, you were saying you posted these all around the same time, right?
Yeah, all around the same time, but work-wise, this came before the lab. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because there's certain things in the roughness pass that I'm seeing that I'm like, oh, that's kind of odd that it's like that. Like the highlighting edges on the top piece here. I guess it's either intentional or it's just the nature of like how it came to be.
I think it's nature of the trim because I've actually used that. I've done like the PBR thing after the fact because I've used
Hmm.
some of the things from textures.com where you don't have the other maps, you just have the diffuse or the albedo. So I had to like process it in like Photoshop and then come up with all the other bits.
Mm.
Or actually, was it Substance Designer? I can't really remember.
Yeah, just I mean,
Yeah,
it looks like you're saying after the fact, like you went from okay, I'm gonna make this material, and then you're like, oh, I need a roughness, and you generated a roughness based off of.
yeah. I tried to make it behave like PBR wise, sort of.
Mm.
That's what I was doing. Yeah,
Yeah, because these like edge highlights. I mean, I'm sure you're aware of that now. These edge
yeah,
highlights are kind of like somehow it's more reflective on that edge, but then in here it's less reflective, but in here it's really reflective. Um,
Oh, I see.
dude, these rugs look good. Casey in chat said that he wanted to know how much of your projects are based on someone else's concepts, or are they just kind of your,
They're all based on concept, so nothing
you know?
came originally. Like I didn't came up with the design. Well, on the sci-fi, I mean, I've actually got a little bit far from concept with some of these because I posted where all the references are, right? But only because I felt like the space wasn't um how do I say it?
Like there wasn't enough there to be able to go
Yeah,
off of?
exactly. There was enough.
Mm.
I think it was too huge for me to like. Just couldn't come up with like something to fill it out better than,
Yeah,
and I had to change a little bit of layout with coming up with some sort of pillars or placing some other bits in there. But
yeah. So
originally,
it's
yeah, they're all from a concept. So yeah,
right. So they're like heavily inspired in a sense,
yeah,
and then you just kind of take that as the theme and the look and try and replicate that as you expand outwards.
yes, yeah, exactly.
Dude, it's when you're working from concept, it's funny how little information is actually there, and you'll be able
Yeah,
to
exactly. Because
tell.
you go so far with it, right?
Dude, yeah, it's like you're like, all right, yeah, this concept looks cool, and then you start working on it, and you're like, wait a minute, that wall doesn't meet up with that wall like it's supposed to, and your brain just turns inside out while you're trying to figure out what the hell,
Yeah, because the
how does this
perspective
come
and everything is
together?
so wrong all the
Yeah,
time, and all the pieces are like it only made sense from that shot, and you're like, that doesn't connect in 3D, man. Like my brain
yeah.
is, oh my god, yeah.
The other thing too is the you can tell when a concept artist uses 3D as like their
You
base
you
because
can,
it all just lines up.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's
but
true.
yeah, the amount of props, like if you just follow a concept, more often than not, a good concept will answer everything for you, and a bad concept will leave you having to make up a lot of stuff to try and
Yeah,
imitate it. And
you literally said it, man.
yeah, well, and it's
Yeah,
funny too because a bad concept isn't bad. It's probably we're thinking the concepts for design when in reality maybe that concept that you're trying to build from is just a mood concept. It's about the feeling, not the this is how you build it.
yeah, exactly. I mean, more, I would take that as a challenge, right? Because most of the time you'll be like, okay, I'm definitely gonna come up with something better or like cooler because I have the freedom now. Because it's all
Hmm.
like just sketchy or anything. So I use that as an opportunity, right, to make it a lot better. At
Right.
least that's how I want to see it. It might be a
Yeah,
bit wrong. We might be like, oh, you got a bit far from the thingy, but yeah.
right. But yeah, I mean, there's not really such a thing as a bad concept unless they were trying to say this is how you build the space and then you can't build from that concept. Then it's
Yeah,
not doing
yeah.
its job. That concept piece is not doing what it was trying to do. Um, yeah, this is cool, man. There's a good density to the amount of propping that's going on. I think what is it? The Are you making all of the trees yourself? Because I'm not reading into the any of the
I've
text on the side. So
the texture for the ivy, I've actually that wasn't made by me. I made it from textures.com. But I mean, I still
mm,
had to process it because, like, yeah. But the all the trees and the foliage, some
mm.
of the I've actually linked it. I think some of them are mega scans, like the flower in the pots
Yep.
and on the sides. Yeah,
Yeah, because some of these
but the
feel
coconut
like
trees, yeah, I
yeah.
made myself. And the trees in the ones on the floor, yeah, on the base floor, I made them in
Wait,
speed
so the
tree.
big coconut trees in the back, the big palm.
Yes, yeah, I've made that in speed tree.
Yeah, so those ones look really good. The ivy looks
Yeah,
all right. It feels a bit flat, and I think it's maybe because it's mipping and the leaves are melting together
maybe.
a little bit. But this tree here on the right is very like it doesn't feel like it's getting any subsurface attributes, and then like the green on it feels quite saturated.
Right.
But I think that's the palms look
My
freaking dope.
Yeah, I've struggled with them once because I've never like done sort of like palm trees and like I think I got problems with the generators in speed tree because it didn't make sense how you create the leaves or the like fronds, and I was like, oh my god, man, I just can't have this to behave properly.
Yeah.
And I ended up like I think downloading older versions of the speed tree because they got like better generators, and I used that to re-export it in the latest one to make it a little bit better than the old ones. So yeah, it was
Mm.
a little bit of a struggle. But at least,
No,
yeah, I got around that, and then yeah.
this is good though. So, did you have all of these done when you got your first job?
Yeah. All that you see here, I've got it all done before applying to the jobs. Yeah.
Nice. And
Yeah.
I guess just out of curiosity, is it like was there a lot of jobs that you had applied to
Yeah, yeah, I applied
leading
to
up
a
to
lot
that?
of them. I barely got like replies back and everything. And then it was a little bit of a battle between these guys and the guys at Playground Studios,
Hmm.
Forza.
Yep.
But then I thought like I don't want to risk it because I was already just past um, the first interview because you had like two interviews and then maybe an artist or something like a third bigger interview with someone else. And
Mm.
then when these guys came already with the offer, I was like, I'm probably gonna, yeah, I don't want to because you don't know what competition is out there, what other people they got to choose from. So yeah, when you're an option, it's a little bit more risky, right? And then
Right.
it didn't matter because all I wanted is just to get in the industry and I'm gonna like have the experience back up and everything. I'm gonna build myself in the meantime as well. So
Mm.
it's gotta be like obviously yeah, valuable time used spending a proper, yeah, just doing environment.
Right. I'm going through the abandoned bathroom. This is
This was my first scene, yeah, because
this is
it's
your
so
first
easy,
scene?
right? It's a box, yeah, it's just a box, and I was like, yeah, it's got to be something easy like a room. So this is what I started with.
You're like, let's make something easy. You go with the box, and then you're like, all right, let's put ivy all over it. Let's break all the tiles. Let's
Yeah,
like all these
yeah.
details. No, it's cool. It looks like you were trying to exercise a bunch of stuff. I was wondering like so there's some scale issues in it, right? And you saying that this is your first scene, it's quite interesting because like if you look at your portfolio, it's the first one. I guess it's the one you're most proud of. Or are these in any specific order?
Is in the order that I've actually completed them on.
Okay.
So like starting from left to right, that's the first one to the latest one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because like I look at this and I'm like, dude, it's quite detailed. Um, but
But
the
also see, like
radiators, yeah.
I've came back to this one after I've also done a little bit of the other ones. So it
Yeah.
was all like interconnected somewhat because I learned things from the others that I've applied to
Oh,
throughout the whole of them. So yeah, that's exactly what I said
dude,
earlier.
that's
I didn't like,
hardcore.
yeah, it's because I wanted to get them as good as possible, right? It's consistency. So yeah,
But
and
it's like,
also you
yeah,
couldn't
go ahead.
learn like some of the bits. You learn better when you're doing hard surface stuff, where you when doing some other type of like different kind of environment altogether. So you learn a lot new
Yeah, they all
different
mix
things.
together. You end up learning
Exactly.
strangely enough, you're doing hard surface, but then all of a sudden it answered questions that you had about foliage,
Exactly.
and you're like,
Exactly.
what? Did not expect
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I was gonna highlight the radiators felt really big. They feel like they're maybe like
Yeah.
almost 3 times the size, or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think I think I've over exaggerated them just because I felt the room was a bit too empty and the walls felt like okay, it's too many tiles.
Hmm.
And I think that's like the way I thought I'm gonna get around it because I just couldn't be. I wasn't thinking of anything else to be put in the scene at that point. So I think
Right.
yeah, my mind went like yeah, make it big,
No,
cover the thing.
dude, it's super funny because you're like, if you want a room to feel long, right? But then you don't have enough room in the space in the actual room itself,
You
or
don't have
there's
enough
there's
room
too
in the
much
room. Yeah,
there's too much room. Uh,
yeah,
you can pull all the walls in, which is probably going to be easier unless you've already started to do that decal pass. Um, but yeah, if you pull all the walls in and the room becomes smaller, now the props look okay. But then shooting like your good camera angles, if the room feels
yeah.
too small, and so it is a combination of like finding a good size for the room, but also using the correct focal distance, like a FOV on the camera, in order to get the right feeling. Because the more you're
Yeah,
locked into like realistic scale, and then you start using like physically accurate lenses in Unreal, you're gonna just automatically your scene's gonna look real for some reason. There's like a lot
exactly. I
of
mean,
like attributes into
if you
that.
i- if you go too real to be real, right? It can't be a game, or at least you have to exaggerate it a little bit in some ways to make it
Yeah,
behave. Yeah, I found that quite like haunting me all the way through all the environments, pretty much. Yeah, I had to like, yeah, okay, use that as like a basic reference, but don't make it exactly like that, because
right.
yeah,
Oh yeah, you got effects going on in here too, dude. It's really nice to see some motion in an environment.
exactly. I thought that's gonna be
Environments
making
are
it
so
cool.
still, man. It's so
Yeah,
often that environments are very still.
it's so weird that everyone said like, okay, this is your first piece, but it looks pretty much he's got everything that he needs for the like some of the best environments that you'll see around. And I'm like, yeah, because I came back after I finished pretty much most of the environments. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make it even better now. But yeah,
Oh,
always learning, man. Always
this is
learning,
cool
pretty
though.
much.
Is there? Do you have any specific questions that you want to ask me or chat or anything?
Maybe like now, I mean, I know I'm in the industry or anything, but I kind of um I know like now I can actually work on whatever I want to do, like make yeah,
Yeah, you can kind of do whatever you want now outside of work, right? You said you're
yeah,
pretty new to it. How new did
y-
you say?
yeah, like six-ish months, yeah,
Okay.
something like that, 5 months, yeah.
Yeah, I what I tell everyone is to just not do anything art related.
Yeah, I felt that need for a break, man. I mean, literally, I've
Yeah.
just been grinding all the time, like grinding, like day
Yeah,
and
you got to
night in the
reward
week.
yourself and play some video games, man, or chat with some friends
Yeah,
or
exactly.
something.
That's what I'm doing now. Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm doing now. Like, all the time, it's like, yeah, I have to take a little bit of that back. So probably
Yeah.
now, because then, yeah, I'll find myself getting back into the mindset soon. Like, I don't know. Yeah, just do something. Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting. I'm not sure.
when you're looking at, so I guess with the I'll go back to the video because I saw it but we just kept going, so I didn't get to highlight it, and then I saw it in chat again. I was like, all right, I gotta say it. the
I think I've ended up with overly cheesy like videos anyway. But like for three pieces, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, you'll be all right. No, so the grass movement in the wind, you can either use like a pivot paint or like a vertex paint or a gradient in the shader or something to just mask that wind movement, so that way the foliage is grounded uh
Oh, I see.
fully, because right now they all move at the same, like,
Yeah,
you
it's
know what I
probably
mean.
because I've done it through the shader, yeah, because they're all planes, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna make it the easy way, right?
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
can just use a gradient in the shader as well, and so if the
Oh,
gradient,
okay.
right, if the gradient's, let's say white is full movement and then black is complete still, you can use that gradient on the texture, and
Oh,
then
and make it so on the bottom is grounded and
yeah,
it
yeah,
don't move.
depending on how you've mapped the UVs uh for the texture. But
Yeah, well, I
Ian
think
linked the
the foliage, like the grassy bits are mega scans, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, only the
right.
ivy I've done myself.
I just linked a thing that Nick in chat linked you. I just gave it to you directly so you can look at it
Oh,
later.
okay, I
This is
see.
the pivot
All right.
painter. So it'll give you a
Mm-hmm.
pivot control per per asset, which is really nice to be able to. I think you can do it per instance or per material ID. But yeah, it gives you the effector we're talking about. But no,
All right.
it's pretty cool. Uh, we have 5 more minutes. I guess like when it comes to when you eventually get back to working on your personal art, which of course there's no rush now, right? Um,
Yeah.
do you know what you're gonna work on next? Like what type of stuff you're interested in?
The thing is, I really love like natural sort of environments because they're a little bit more organic, and that's because I didn't practice that much ZBrush maybe. So
Hmm.
yeah, I want to get a little bit better with that. Other than that though, I've always got this like sort of not issue. Maybe now it's not that much of an issue because I'm already like sort of kind of going into the industry. But if people are doing, really like like frequent environments, like let's say like I don't know, like stone, like caves or something like that. I thought like how unique or how special you need to be making it unique so it stands out from the other caves. Unless it's
Oh
like, oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah, like okay, it's fidelity wise, it's all there and all the details and the roughness and the stones
it's
are
like
like
how do you make
completely
it
out.
stand out?
Exactly. Yeah, I've always got that struggle, and I was like, yeah, it's so difficult, man, because yeah, you can do it, but then you don't stand out that much. So then it's so difficult to come up with something like unique or like design wise, at least like the
Yeah,
idea. So it's unique. Yeah, because it's all been seen. I think you just put it together
it's
in a
like the
different way,
sci-fi
right?
hallway. Like you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
one sci-fi
exactly.
hallway and you see them all, and you're like, well,
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's the biggest struggle. But I think it shouldn't matter that much unless like if you actually love it, right? So you do
hmm.
it like
But yeah, I mean, you've got like man-made stuff, then you got this sci-fi stuff. I guess maybe a like some organic scene could be pretty cool, like a cave.
I,
I wouldn't worry about it being similar to everyone else's. I'm sure you'll put your own spin on it.
I think so, yeah. I think the concept makes all the difference. If you find something that looks so cool and they're like, yeah, just follow the idea, I guess, because like that gets you all the juices, right?
Yeah, yeah. They were asking in chat about how long you should wait after you get your job, and I'm thinking like 6 to 9 months.
Okay.
Give yourself time to cool off because the engine's
Yeah,
been
I think
running
so.
for how many years? It's like, ugh.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, man. It's been like revving it up to like, yeah, all the time. But I love
Yeah,
it.
it's
Yeah, I
but
love every little aspect of it. Yeah, it just made me live. Yeah, feel a bit better. Just getting
yeah,
there.
yeah, dude, it's totally fine. It's like a reward. You treat it as a reward. Uh, but yeah, I think we're done unless you have anything else you want to ask.
I think, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I just want to thank you for for doing this review and for all the critique and all the awesome stuff that you guys doing. And please just keep up the community and doing all the awesome stuff that you do.
Oh, you
Really
bet, man.
appreciate it, man.
I'll keep going.
Yeah,
I'll keep going until I'm like too tired, and then I'll tell you guys I'm
because
too tired.
it's
I'm
like
too
if
tired.
only I found out this out a bit earlier, like I think I would have been a little bit further now. Probably not
Yeah,
much, but still, yeah, I'm not sure.
yeah, yeah. Like we were saying earlier, it really helps to have someone to just say something about your work, especially when you can get a community full of like developers actually reacting. Yeah,
It,
it's really good.
exactly, yeah, yeah.
But cool, man. Congrats on the job as well.
Thank you very much, man. Yeah, well, appreciate everything, and yeah, keep you guys going. Keep going.
All
Just
right.
keep grinding.
Keep
Always get better.
grinding.
Yeah.
I'll take breaks. I'll take breaks when I need to, but yes, the grind will continue.
Yeah.
But cool, dude. I guess I'll see you in the server then.
Yeah. Alrighty. Thank you.
All right. Check you later.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye. So chill. So chill. I love it. It's my, yeah, see.